The dogs and I have stopped along the highway. We are just north of Usk, going to a place that's new to me. It is called Manresa Grotto. So we're heading to kind of a cave in the rocks here. There's some butterflies. Here we go. I had come to Northeast Washington to visit my dad and wanted to show you just some of the wonderful and fun things there are to do in the area. Manresa Grotto is just our first little adventure. Nice little climb after being in the car for a while. And I really like this bench with all of its frogs. I believe we're on the Kalispel Nation. Wow. There's a whole cave carved out here. I think we'll go to the right and then work our way back. Bummer about all the graffiti. It's a little slick on the ground, so wear shoes with traction on these inclines. The traditional territory of the Kalispel people ranged from this area along the Pend Oreille River through Idaho and into Montana. This natural cave was used as a chapel by Jesuit missionaries starting in the 1840s. It's really big in here. Very cool. Echo. And somebody put a bench in here. And it looks like some kind of a pack rat nest over here. Well, that is Manresa Grotto. Really fascinating. And with a view of the Pend Oreille River out there. Well, that was a fun place to stretch our legs, have a bite to eat, and explore something really interesting and different that I had never seen before. The distance all the way to the caves and back was just 0.2 of a mile with 72 feet of elevation gain. That was a nice little walk. We got to my dad's, and the dogs enjoyed chasing the ground squirrels that live there, much to my dad's delight. It was nice to have downtime and visit and look at the beautiful scenery before we were off to the next fun thing. I am in the town of Metaline Falls in northeastern Washington today, here for the Sasquatch Festival. It's actually the Bigfoot Festival, and this was their 5th annual Bigfoot Festival.
I told you there was all kinds of dogs.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's a great shirt. They're having a quilt show today, too. I enjoyed the booths and the food. It was amazing how creative people got working Sasquatch into the different things they sold. It was a lot of fun. Luna and Frodo approved of the food, but they weren't really thrilled about being Sasquatches. It was so relaxing to have some real time off. And another day, another adventure. My dad and I were off to see a waterfall. This was a waterfall typically only seen by boat, but in 2023, a road was put in and a really nice viewpoint so you can see Peewee Falls from there. This is located up above the Boundary Reservoir. Now we are going to do a quick little walk. It's a half-mile round trip hike to Peewee Falls Overlook. Yep. What a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can hear it all the way over here. Look at this overlook.
This is worthwhile coming to see.
There's lupin blooming. Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, there's paddle boards down there right now, or canoes, kayaks.
Probably the prettiest thing we'll see. For a
Yeah.
while. There it is. That is one thing. I'll have to get my camera.
This is gorgeous.
Looks to me like we got a boat down there.
Yep. And this mountain up here is Hook Nose, and there's Peewee Falls. I'll zoom in. Peewee Falls cascades over 230 feet.
It is steep country. It'd be tough to get around here.
Sure would. We're here on Father's Day Sunday, and we were the only people here. We were the only people at the lookout. Now, one other vehicle has arrived, but this is a really nice trail, nice place. The trail itself was only a quarter-mile round trip, not each way, so very, very worth it. We're just about a mile away from the Peewee Falls Overlook, and we're here at Vista House. Once again, there are not many people here, and it is heating up, so this might be the last thing we do today. They've built a new bathroom here, and we are just going right over here. I think this provides a nice overlook of the Boundary Dam itself. And there is Boundary Dam. This talks about Boundary Dam being an unusual double arch dam. It's 340 feet high and 740 feet long. We are going to go down there to that little overlook next. It's a 750-foot walk. And we'll get a better view because these windows are a little bit grimy. Whew, it is warm in the sun today. So first we're gonna look down the river here. Got the Pend Oreille River, looking gorgeous. Swallows flying around. Now we've got this sheer rock wall. You can see that water bubbling up under. And there's a couple of, spillways? I'm not sure what they're called exactly. Wow, there's a ton of swallows flying around down there. And here is Boundary Lake, just gorgeous. So Peewee Falls is back up around the corner here. That's why you can't normally see the falls. And the lookout will be right up on this little hill here that we were just at. And then across the way here, there's actually camping. You can swim and boat, and I would definitely like to come back and take my kayak around the corner, check out the falls a little closer. The dogs are heating up, and so I think we're gonna head out. Looking up the hill, there's Vista House that we were just at. Then it was back to my dad's house for the heat of the day, where we enjoyed some of his local wildlife. I haven't seen any bears yet, but the night that I got to my dad's, these holes right here were put in by a bear, and he crushed this garbage can flat. There are a ton of beautiful lakes in the area for fishing and boating. My dad and I took an evening drive up to visit 3 of them. We started at Nile Lake. I was hoping to see moose or bear, but we saw deer instead.
I like where they walk. Like the little quails, their little legs go like mad.
Next, it was Lake Leo, another peaceful lake, another pretty deer. We visited 2 lakes. Now we're visiting a third. This is Freighter Lake. This is a nice lake for boating and fishing. We're camping at the other 2 lakes, but I don't think there's camping here. I can see the fish coming up. Beautiful. This beautiful lake brought back bittersweet memories of a time Dave and I visited this lake with my dog Cedar. Cedar grabbed a long dead fish from the shore and proceeded to play keep away with us, and then was sick most of that night. And no, I don't think he learned his lesson. The next day I took care of some chores. Yep, even when you're on vacation, there's always work to be done. Laundry day. One nice little stop you can make along Highway 31 is Sweet Creek Falls Rest Stop, which also has a little trail with a waterfall. Somebody used to live here in a little cabin. And here's a map of the area that we're in. Lots to see. There's the little stream. We just walked into the woods, and now we are going to head down to the main trail to the lower lookout. And I think you can walk to the upper too, but we might not do that. I'm not sure. This is a great rest stop, and we've crossed the stream now, and they've got another picnic table here. They had one on the other side also. It'd be a sweet little place to stop. I read that this was a mile round trip, and maybe if you add the upper viewing area, you can see the railing. Otherwise, it's a lot less. There is the falls. And there it is, Sweet Creek Falls, looking very beautiful right now. We're here in middle June. So here the trail splits. We've done the lower, and now left is middle, which looks pretty short, and then we'll check out the upper. And now we can see that there's an upper falls. Let's check this out. There's where we were earlier, down there. Ooh, the breeze coming off it is wonderful. They put in a railing, but I can't say that I have complete faith in this railing. Oh, it's a little cave. Huh. It's a mine. I guess they didn't find anything. It doesn't go any further than that. Neat.
Looks like
Ooh, Ooh, I bumped my head. What do you think? I found wild ginger here too. There's the middle trail down there, and now we're on the third and final little trail to explore here at Sweet Creek Falls. And the upper trail, it's a bit steep. There's some stairs and roots. All kinds of debris down this cliffside. And this is treacherous. So this is just going to take us to the top of the upper falls right here. Wow. Well, that was about 0.88, zooming up the lower trail, middle trail, and upper trail. So a really nice place to visit for a rest stop. I give it a 10 out of 10, despite, I guess, the poor conditions of the restroom that my dad ran into. The rest of it is awesome, and there are picnic areas even up the middle and upper trail area, so that's nice. Very private picnic areas. It's a work day, so I'm making a very simple lunch, cheddar wurst and mac and cheese. I say simple because this was just one of those boil the noodles, squeeze the pack right in there kind of meals, so super easy. Don't be fooled. They already had their lunch. And before I left the area, I had to visit one more place, the Tiger Museum. It's right along the highway, and it has historical artifacts as well as local goods.
Oh, there you are.
This building was the old store and post office. It was built in 1912. I love this adjuster grind. I wonder how old this is. 1949. That's incredible. Don't forget, there are more antiques up these stairs. And these stairs, I do not think were built in 1912, so you're pretty safe going up them. An old washboard and an old wringer washer. I'm glad I don't have to use that. This was an easy washer. Good morning. It's Luna. One dog. Two dogs. Oh, there he is. You guys are silly. I also went on a hike while I was in Northeast Washington, and I'll show that on the next video. But all too soon, my time there visiting my dad was over, and I had to head back west. along these rainy highways. Hopefully you've seen that there are some very beautiful places on the eastern side of this state as well.